Hey y'all, so I definitely am not giving myself enough time to film this video, so this might have to be a two-parter that I edit into one part. It will not matter to you, it will matter to me and how I form my opinions of this, so just keep that in mind. Because I have approximately 45-ish minutes to get through this album, and you might be like, Sam, this album's only 32 minutes, but you know I love to talk. So, y'all, we finally reached the end of comeback season. The comeback season is being concluded with, fittingly enough, ATEEZ. I don't even know what mini album this is. Or is this a full length album because it has 12? I don't even know where this fits into their discography. That's none of my business. But The World Ep.Fin, the last. So fitting that this is the last comeback of comeback season. And as I've discussed in the previous comeback videos, this is the one that I'm the most excited for because the promos have been really good, and ATEEZ is like so slay and incredible and have never let me down, especially in this like world era. It's been incredible. I've loved every single album. So I'm very excited for this album. I have very high hopes, but I think that they will meet them because they're ATEEZ and they slay every single time. Also, usually I come into these videos with like no spoilers, try to keep away from the spoilers, but I did watch the Mama Awards and I was not going to not watch their Mama Awards performance. And I watched all of the like music show performances after that, so I do know Crazy Form, and Crazy Form slays, but I haven't seen the music video, so that will be the reaction for this. But I do love that song, and if that song is indicative of this album is going to slay, and I love them, and I've already bought so many of their albums, y'all. On comeback day on Friday, I spent, I kid you not, 13 hours driving around to all the Targets in my area, all the Walmarts in my area, all the Barnes & Nobles in my area, trying to get this album. Not a single Target within like a 30-mile radius of me had an ATEEZ album in stock, and it drove me insane. It drove me insane. Also, nothing at Walmart. Thankfully, I was able to go out the next day and get some at Walmart, but again, I still have not gotten it from Target, and my insider who works at Target says that they're not getting any more shipments anytime soon. So if I'm choosing right now to watch and listen to this album instead of going out and trying to go to Target to buy the ATEEZ albums. And if that shoots me in the foot later, I'm gonna be upset and y'all will hear about it. But maybe Target should just be fully stocked. That's not my problem. I want to buy 5 more of the exact same album, but they won't let me. That's not my fault. But we gotta just get into it. We gotta know the album that we're purchasing all of these photo cards for. You know how it goes. We're gonna listen to all of the album in order, and we're going to start with the first track, which is We Know. You know, Lino, we know. You know, chorus. Yes, your mic is on. Yes. No, don't play the next song. Slay! Just absolutely, no, shut up! An incredible song. An absolutely slayful song. And again, see, I feel like I said in like my last video or one of the recent comeback videos that I don't love like big music where it's like sort of like a production. And there's very few exceptions to that where like I love On by BTS. But like songs like Sonogong or Rock, I'm just sort of like, I get it and I enjoy it and I'm gonna get down, but it's not like my favorite song. I don't love like big production type songs, even though I love big production type stages. But I feel like ATEEZ is the very clear exception to that, where they're very distinct, where every song that they make has so much. It's giving us so much. There are so many instrumental, there's so many layers to the music, there's so many like interesting things they're doing with their vocals, and it's such a big production every time that they put out music, but like I'm obsessed with it and I love it. Maybe that's why. Maybe because I get my fill with ATEEZ and ATEEZ does it better than anyone else, respectfully. And I feel like whenever I listen to an ATEEZ album, I'm always just like, no, top to bottom, this is incredible. And a lot of the other like reaction videos that I do are a little bit more critical of the music, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm giving ATEEZ any special treatment because like I like to judge all of my faves the same and fairly. It's just that ATEEZ does it so good and that ATEEZ is just so incredible. Like, how do you listen to We Know? A song basically being like, hey, we're the bad guys. You know when we come into town that you run and hide, because you don't fuck with us. And it's like, that's such like concept so big, and it also goes with their theme of being like pirates who are going to the new world and trying to be like conquerors of the new world. It's just like thematically, it's perfect. Lyrically, incredible. I love the vocals. Jungho, every single time he's gonna hit that Mariah Carey high note, and I love to hear it. He's an icon. And that song's like scary, and I think that's so fun, especially because like ATEEZ, yes, they had like a very strong concept, especially in their stages, but to me, ATEEZ, well, they'll always be my baby girls. They built their group on baby girlism. So to see all of these like sweeties be like, actually I am the villain. Actually I'm the problem. Actually you're scared of me. And I'm like, I am though. You're so right. And it's just so good. The concept of the song is incredible. The lyrics are incredible. And I love how they end the song with "My mic is on," because some people, they be singing and their mic is not on. But I have never worried about that with ATEEZ. There are very few groups that I love, and I will admit this, in which I am 100% certain that they do not lip sync. And ATEEZ is one of them. There are some other groups that I love that I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And I'm not here to judge them for that. But ATEEZ can say that and I know it to be true. Their mic is on. And they're icons. And I love them, and that song was so fun. That song was so good, so fun, and I love that that's like the opening to the song. Especially because the next song that we're gonna get into is Emergency. And I feel like thematically, I can see the arc. Like, we're coming into town, y'all better board up your doors because we're fucking coming and we're gonna take all your shit. And then the next song is like, siren, wheel, wheel, the pirates are in town. I don't know, I just finished the One Piece live action, so now all I'm thinking of is One Piece. And that's like basically my only type of pirate media, because I have not seen Pirates of the Caribbean, and I don't know any other pirate media. But just, they're my pirate kings, and I love them, and I love how their concept fits in thematically so well with their music without it being like too corny, too cheesy, too on the nose. They just like, they make music that is good outside of the fact that it perfectly fits their concept, and I think that's incredible. And again, it is fully a testament to how they're self-produced, self-written. We love Captain Hongjoong. He's an icon. I love him. That song was just really good. We know it was an incredible song. Okay, we have to move on though. We don't have that much time. Emergency, next song. I like that song. That song was fun. And I think this theme, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I thought this was going to be like, oh, y'all, it was like a continuation of We Know, basically being like, it's an emergency. ATEEZ are in town. But it's, I think, touching on the idea that they don't know who they can trust. Like, they're 5 years into the game, 5 years since they debuted, and they're like, I still don't really know who I can trust. Who has got my back? And it sounds like they're just sort of stuck in this perpetual hustle and grind, which like makes sense because they just had a comeback. I feel like they just had a comeback like a couple months ago, and they're still like, I want to be done with this emergency like state. I want to be done sort of in this panic all the time. I just want to be able to like rest and chill. And maybe one day we can have an album of peace, but we're not in that era currently. And I think this song is really fun. I do think, particularly in the chorus, it's not as exciting as like We Know or some of their other songs that are my favorite, but I anticipate that the steadiness and sort of repetitiveness of the chorus will lead itself to a great dance break stage moment. I'm anticipating that the stage for this will be good and fun, because you could say the same thing about like Break the Wall. You're just saying break the wall over and over. People could think that's repetitive and lame, but then like you see them on stage and you're like, no, we gotta break that wall. So I am anticipating that when you add the stage, when we add the choreography into this, it's going to be iconic. But so far, We Know is my favorite out of these two songs. I do really like the post-chorus with the pull up, arrive, roll up, I ride. I think that part's really fun. And I love that San and Wooyoung get to do it. And I think, again, if this turns into a stage, that part's gonna eat. So, exciting, exciting. Next, though, y'all, we've made it. We've made it to the title track. We've made it to Crazy Form. And you know I love this song. I love this song. Okay, you know how we do it. We're gonna watch the music video, and then we're gonna watch it again with the subtitles, i.e. lyric video. Let's go ATEEZ! Love this outfit. Hongjoong looks so good. Everyone looks great this era. I love that we're getting... What do we have against shirts? The Mama performance when San was just like, no shirt. Tattoo out. He lost his mind, actually. I love Mingi in his big hat. I also love this like blonde ends look. I think it's so fun. Yes! Songhwa, I saw his like live stream thing where he said he wanted to do something slightly more daring with his outfit. And I hope one day he does, because that's the way he described that outfit sounded incredible, and I feel like we were robbed. I love this part. Yo song sounds great. I also love his like green black hair. I love that we've kept it for another comeback. Slay! See? And didn't Song get on live to be like, hey, no twerking in the comeback? Liar. You're a liar. If it's up to Wooyoung, he'll always shake ass, and that's why he's my baby girl. See, I love that glove. It's incredible. It's iconic. I love it. He's like, what are you doing? Slay, 저거. Who is the extensions? Is that Hongju? Songhwa, mother. You know I love when my man gets center. You know main dancer. Whoa, slay! Incredible. Oh wait, sorry, there's more. Oh my god, it's the what's the fucking hourglass? Like the one in the light stick. That probably means something. It doesn't mean anything to me. The bird, who knows? Not me. Once more with words. Once more with meaning. I love this KQ intro. If they ever change it like they did to the big hit one, I will cry. 9024. I hear it now. See, people got so mad. Sorry, I had to really pay attention to Hongju's lyrics. Slay. I think Hongju's lyric to be like, it's so crazy that we're kind of international sensations and you don't know who we are. Like, period. But to Wooyoung's part, shake your body. People were so being like, no, Bouncy is not about shaking ass. Bouncy is so about shaking ass, actually. And they wanted to reiterate it in the song so that they were not misconstrued. These songs are about shaking ass. That's who they are, that's what they support, and I love them for it. Woo! No, that really does slay. I really like that song. It's really simple. I feel like the other songs had like a little bit more, not even like more lyrics, but just like more words. I don't know how to describe it. There was a lot more said in the other songs, but I feel like this song was very much less is more. Like they really ate with this song. This song's so fun. The beat is fun, the dance is fun, the stage is fun. I love this song. And I think it's really slay, and again, on brand for them to be like ATEEZ, who are sort of like the alternative group, to be like, no, do whatever you want. Because I feel like, I mentioned this before, you know I love Stray Kids, but a lot of times they make music where it's like, be different, be alternative, and I'm like, are you though? Are you really? You're under JYP. Are you really alternative? You're Tommy Hilfiger brand ambassadors. Like, are you really alternative? But ATEEZ, they talk the talk and they walk that walk. Like, they are alternative. They are emo boys. They are my pop, punk rock king. And they're like, here, just like do whatever the fuck you want. We love and support it. And I love and support them. Incredible. Incredible. And they all look great. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We might just film up to Crescent Part 2, which I think is an interlude, and then we'll cut there and then we'll come back and finish the rest later. I think that's a good idea, honestly, because that feels like a natural break in the album. So we'll do 2 more songs. The next one is, I think, Arriba? A flute used correctly! Oh my god. This song is so fun. This song is so fun. I was listening to it in the beginning and I was like, I don't know if I like this song. I do like this song. This song's really fun. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was listening for it and I didn't hear it. This is the first song on the album with a fix on. I swear the last 3 songs did not have a fix on. I was listening for it. I was like, where's my fix on? Mingy brought it back. Fix on. I think that the skirt, very goofy, very unserious. But I think that this song, it's giving something different. It's giving... You see, I don't listen to enough Latin pop music to say that it's Latin pop, but I feel like it's inspired. I feel like something in the instrumentals is very inspired by that. And I'm not just saying that because they spoke a little bit of Spanish in the song. I'm saying that because it's the vibes of the instrumentals and the melody. And I think if ATEEZ were to do a song in Spanish, it would be so good. It would be so good. It would be so good. They don't even have to do it like all by themselves. Like just like feature on a song by like a major Latin artist. It just if ATEEZ were to do a song all in Spanish, it'd be so good. Because ATEEZ, unlike other people's songs, slay. Like their song with Pentatonics is one of my favorite Pentatonic songs ever, and nobody ever talks about it, and it pisses me off because that song is so good and they ate it. So I think if they were to feature on a song that's like in Spanish, or maybe do like a chicken noodle soup sort of moment where like they can do their part in Korean, but like I want the vibe of the song to be Latin. I just think that they would eat. I think that they would eat. I think it'd be really, really good. I think the song's really fun. I think the melody has like a very, I don't even know how to describe this, smooth, swaying vibe. I don't know how to describe it. It's very like you're rocking on a boat. It's very like chill, very comforting. It's very nice. I really like the vibe of the song. Is it my favorite song on the album? Probably not. But I do really like this song. I think it's something fun, something different. I think, again, everybody sounds great, but like everybody always sounds great. I don't feel like that's a thing I ever need to bring up because they always sound great. If there's something that ever is like particularly wowing, out of the ordinary, surprising, then I bring it up. Like in the last album when I was like, Yeosang has a deep voice and I never noticed this. But now I know. So when he comes through with his deep voice like in Crazy Form, I was like, whoa, it's back. Love to hear Yeosang. But they all sound great. A nice, really fun song. Oh yes, and it's perfect because Crescent Part 2 is literally halfway through the album. Slay. Okay, so not technically the last song because we'll listen to Silver Light and then we'll listen to Crescent Part 2 and then we'll come back. So next song is Silver Light. Sounds like a ballad. Give me a ballad. What a good song! Again, just with the last song at the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't really like this song. The synths were very, like, Weeknd inspired, and I don't really love music by The Weeknd. But then, like, by the end, I was, like, vibing. This song is really fun. It's, like, a fun, chill song. I feel like it's, like, a good night drive through the city type of vibe. Again, very much like The Weeknd, but I don't like The Weeknd. So this is, like, the closest I'm gonna get to Weeknd type music while still liking it. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Do I know what the song's about? No. Something about through the darkness, you're gonna follow the light, the silver light of the clouds? I don't really get it, but I like the song. I think it's fun, I think it's catchy, I think it's a good vibey song. Again, it's the synths for me, but I think the synths is what makes it fun. It's like a sort of like an 80s little bop. It's very, very fun. And of course, Jungho with that high note. Incredible, always slays. Next and last song for this part is going to be Crescent Part 2. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember Crescent Part 1. Oh, that's it. Okay, I thought there were going to be words. Slay! I feel like a good thing that ATEEZ, and specifically writer, producer, Captain Hongjung is great at doing is creating like a visual soundscape. Like with the sounds, you're able to put yourself within the scene that he wants you to be in. Because like with that, you could clearly imagine like the birds chirping, like you're on the island after you get off like your pirate ship or whatever. Like it's very clear because he's able to create like a world with the way that he composes his music, and I think that's incredible, and that's because Hongjung slays. Like, I feel like a lot of people, as I've been like seeing talk about this album and talk about what they've talked about with this album, is that they mention, who knows, maybe it'll come up in the other songs, that like their debut days were really hard, and like I don't know if we need to be told that. Like, I feel like it's kind of obvious, and I feel like this is a thing that like BTS has also talked about a lot, where they're like, yeah, the music shows will not put you on if you're not from a big company. If you're from a tiny company, they do not want you on their show. They don't care about you. And I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I just think that this is like known facts about how the music shows in Korea operate. So when people are like, oh my god, I can't believe they went through all that. I'm like, I'm not surprised that they went through all that. I am very proud of the fact that they've overcome that and are now one of the global K-pop sensations. Because there are plenty of great popular K-pop groups. There are very few that you can say are global sensations though, and I think ATEEZ are one of them. And it's so incredible. And I've really loved this album so far. We are halfway through. And we will come back tomorrow, which is my birthday, and listen to the rest of the album. And for me, that will be many hours, but for you, we could just do this. Hello, I am back. It is my birthday. And we're going to finish this ATEEZ album because we need to finish it now so that I may go to the Target and get my fucking ATEEZ albums. And if I drive all the way to Target again, they don't have any ATEEZ albums, I'm gonna lose my shit. I also have to go to work today, but that's gonna be so fun. But y'all don't care about that. Y'all care about us getting back into the music and listening to Dreamy Day. Now, I thought the last song was going to be a ballad. This definitely sounds like a ballad, but like a light, soft ballad, not like a Jungho is belting for his life, even though he will probably do that because that's what he does best. Let's listen to it. Same back lanes, switching lanes. Same back road. What did I say? Not necessarily a ballad, but like a slower tempo song, a mid-tempo song, because all the songs before this were like really big and fast-paced, and then this is just like a very sweet, slower song. It's very You see, the thing is I don't really know ATEEZ song names. It's the "Don't Be Afraid, Dreams Are Everywhere." That song, it's very much that vibe. And you could listen to the song and be like, oh my god, love song. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think ATEEZ makes love songs. They make songs for 18 and then songs about dismantling the government. That's all that they make music about. And this is another for 18 song. The "Every Time I Spend Time With You, It's a Beautiful Day, and I hope that we get to stay together forever." It's very clearly to me a song for 18, a song for us, a song for the people, and it's very, very sweet. I think everybody sounds incredible. Again, maybe it's because I'm biased. Literally, Yuno is my bias, but every time Yuno gets to sing, I'm like, yes! And it's just a very, very sweet song. I am deeply influenced by the fact that this morning, BTS did their last group live, and now I'm like deep in my feelings and missing them a lot. So a song like this where they're like, I hope this dream day starts with you and has no end. I'm like, feel so loved. It's a very sweet song and everybody sounds really good in it. And again, I feel like I love how ATEEZ can just do different music where not every song has to be like, woo, in your face. Not every song is a gorilla. Some songs are turbulence and they still eat. And I just think that this song is very sweet without it being like a really emotional like ballad. It's just like, it's very much a, I'm gonna stand on stage and sing and we're going to go like this. It's very much one of those songs and I love it. I just think it has a really fun melody to it. It does, the instrumental sound just a tad bit Chainsmokers, a tad bit closer featuring Halsey, but I don't mind it because it doesn't have an empty chorus, and I think that's what I really don't like about that type of music. This song chock full of lyrics, and everybody sounds great singing it, and it just has like, I don't know, a very like poppy vibe. It's really good. I don't know how to describe it because it's like, there's not much instrumentally or melodically that's like, whoa, blow me away, but it's like, sometimes less is more. Like if you've just ever had like a really good sandwich, you're like, wow. There's not much like that you can do with a sandwich for it to be like super crazy and amazing, but sometimes you could just perfect something that's really simple and you're like, this is incredible. It's something very simple. I wouldn't say easy because making music is hard, but they took something that has not a lot going on and they just like perfected it. I think it's really good. I really do like this song. This song's really nice. Now we're into the unit songs though. Y'all, we're into the fucking unit songs. Songhwa and Hongjoong with MATZ. Have we had unit songs before this? I don't know if we have.
Concerning the two men that disappeared after the fire set on stage due to arson. Where are they?
They set that stage on fire. Slay. No, that's such an incredible duo song. And I can imagine that like the stage for it's going to be iconic. I'm like thinking of the stage that Intak and Jongseop did on this last tour. I don't even know what song it was for, but when they got on stage with those muzzles, I think about that all the time. I think about it all the time because that was actually crazy considering that Jongseop was like a literal child. I can't believe that they let him get on stage and do that. I can't believe Kiho was like, yeah, that's fine. Anyways, I just think that stage was very iconic, an iconic duo stage. When I think of iconic duo stages, I think of that. And I think that this will also be an iconic duo stage. And again, I don't know, have we had unit songs before? I don't remember if we have. If we have, I cannot name one. So I think for them, and also, if I'm not mistaken, these are the two oldest members, right? It's Hongjoong and Songhwa who are like 1 and 2 for oldest members. I do not know their order, their age order, but I think that's right. So for them, I think the line in like the right before the chorus for them to be like, these are our babies, look at them, is, I like to believe it refers to the rest of ATEEZ. They'll be like, look at them, look at our babies. Didn't they grow up so well? I just think it's very cute. This song's really fun. This song's really fun, and I could tell like energy-wise, it's going to be like a really great, fun unit song, kind of like a 17 hip hop song. Where you know when they come on stage, you're gonna be jumping. You're gonna be like, yeah. And it's gonna be so fun. I think it's gonna be really fun. And especially because, as we know, Songhwa's fashion is not bound by, and Hongjoong, both of them are non-binary fashion icons, gender non-conforming fashion icons, and I love that for them. They are so iconic in that way. So I think for them to get on stage and be like, no, two men, for them to like, in a meta-narrative sort of way, dismantle that strict masculine lens, I think is so iconic for them to be like, yeah, we wear whatever we want and we can look however we want and still be men. And I think that's so slay of them. I think that's very, very slay of them. I just love ATEEZ. I love ATEEZ. I love ATEEZ, and I feel like the song live is going to be incredible, and I really hope that they put on the set list because they have to. They have to do unit stages. They can't have had unit songs before because I would have seen them. At the very least on this last tour, they did not have any unit stages. It was OT8 the entire way through. And I just think adding in unit stages is going to be incredible, and I am so very excited to see this. I love them. I love ATEEZ. I love MATZ. It's so great. Also, Hongjoong's rap, so fast. And I feel like sometimes people equate fast rapping with good rapping, and I don't think that's always the case, but Hongjoong, who is objectively a very good rapper, for him to be like, no, I'm going to step it up. I'm going to show something crazy and out of the box. I'm going to be rapping truly a mile a minute. It's incredible. It's incredible. I also thought it was so funny where there's like the break, like the bridge part, where it's like after the fire set on stage due to the arson, where are they? Taking that like metaphorical concept of like, oh, they were so good they like burned up the stage and making it literal, being like, no, they literally committed arson and now they've disappeared, because it's also like, again, on brand. That's the thing that I love about ATEEZ is that they make good music outside of the fact that it's perfectly fits with the concept. I think that's just so incredible, and I love them. Next song though is what I'm scared about, because I heard that it's a slutty song. I heard that It's You is actually, because the I and the T are capitalized, it's I tease you. That's what I've heard. That's what I've been reading on the internet. And also I've read that one of these songs is about gay sex, so I'm really assuming that it's this song. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. I'm also afraid. I'm deeply afraid. Especially with Yeosang and his deep voice, I'm deeply afraid. I hate these people. I'm deeply afraid for this stage. Deeply afraid. This song's crazy. They're crazy for this. I just think that song's a little fucking crazy. For Yeosang to open it and be like, yeah, this is how I ride. Look at the way I ride. In English. That's fucking crazy. That's insane. Yeosang? Baby? That's insane. That's kind of crazy of you. Day and night. Keep pace. That's crazy. Move all day, night. And then again, this part, it could be a different translation. There might not be a one-to-one in English, but flow that penetrates my whole body is such an interesting choice of words, my friend. Such an interesting choice of words. Just insane. Just the chorus being, oh my body, I don't want to stop until the break of dawn, is insane. They're insane for this. Because isn't Eunyoung like only 23? I say that like that's so young. It feels crazy to me because he was like just 19 a couple years ago. I just think the song's a little insane, and I am deeply afraid of this stage. Deeply afraid of them performing this live. I think that they should actually ban it from the set list. I don't think that they should perform this, because what about the people? What about the well-being of your audience? What about the well-being of the ATD who are coming to see you perform? Do you want them to walk away with the ability to come to another concert, or do you want to kill them? I think that these are things that we have to consider, because I'm deeply afraid. I did think, like I said before, that Yeosang was going to have like a deep voice moment like they do with Felix in some of their songs, but they didn't. And honestly, I am grateful, because I think that would have killed me. This song's insane. This song is so crazy. This song is crazy. Fear. I live in fear. Because like, you know who was the person on that chair doing the cyberpunk dance? It was Son. And who was there at the Mama Awards? Taking his titties out. It was Son. Like, putting Son. I know that Son is spearheading this movement, and I need him to stop. Because what about my mental health? I'm so afraid. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna get on stage and I'm gonna lose my mind. They're insane. I can't believe that they would do this to the people, to ATD. They're fucking crazy. Okay, anyways, we gotta move on to my boys, Yuno and Mingi, for Youth. Again, it sounds like a ballad. I don't think I've ever heard them like sing, so like, let's hear them sing. Oh no, not a sad song. Oh, this is a sad song. That song's so sad. That song is so sad. They both sound incredible on this track. Yuno vocals, beautiful. Nobody talks enough about Yuno vocals. And I will, because he's my bias. But the song's so sad. It's a very well-written song. It's very, again, I don't want to compare everything to BTS, but they're my main frame of reference when it comes to music, because they are my main artist. It's very BTS type ballad, where like, because BTS talk a lot about like how hard it is to be young and how people who are older will always discount the struggles of people who are young, and they're like, well, what do you have to complain about? You're only 20 something. Again, I just feel like there are a lot of parallels between ATEEZ and BTS, because I feel like they both came from basically starter companies. They didn't have a big fancy company with a lot of money to back them, and they came up and through the ranks through their determination, hard work, and self-produced music. And I just feel like their paths are very similar in that way. So I think it's also very interesting that they've gone through similar struggles and are writing about similar themes in their music. Like, Find Me, Where Is the Place for My Heart to Rest? Like, emotionally, I feel like they're going through so much. And I hope that they're okay. And I think Mingi said that he wrote this song when he was 22. And I don't even remember how old he is now, but he's definitely older than 22. So I hope that he's better now. But like, oof. There's so much pain in this song. Like, for Mingi's opening line to be like, I don't care. I don't care. What are you depressed about? Bestie. It's a complicated world. My heart is biting me and won't let go. That's some great wordsmithing right there. My head hurts because I don't know the answer. Adults believe in one word, youth. Call sadness joy and enjoy the moment. It's hard to even sleep to make dreams come true in reality because they worked so hard just to debut and then even after debut to like prove themselves. And I hope, that's the thing is that again, I don't think that BTS and ATEEZ are like a one-to-one. But as we know, history is not the same, but it sometimes rhymes. But it often rhymes. BTS, they were like in their Wings era, writing about how much they struggled back then, and then they continue to struggle and didn't tell us about it until years later. So I worry that they're still struggling. That's the thing, is that I worry that they're still struggling. Because I'm like, it wasn't so easy for BTS, and they're BTS, for them to like get over these feelings of like hardship. Like, they continued to struggle for many more years after they told us that they were struggling. So like, I now am deeply worried about ATEEZ, and like, I hope that they're okay, and I hope that they all have good, strong support systems. Also, not to continue the BTS ATEEZ parallels, but I do think that this song and the writing style that Mingi has in this song is very similar to Yoongi's writing, and I think it's very funny how Mingi, they're even similar names, and I think that's very funny. I also wanted to note very quickly that Mingi is like a known emo boy. Like, he talks about it a lot in like fan calls and stuff, how much he considers himself emo and he loves emo music. Specifically, one of his influences that he loves and talks about all the time is Fall Out Boy. And I think I've made the distinction before in my BTS videos with Yoongi writing and Pete Wentz writing. So to see that there's also that connection there with Mingi's writing and Pete Wentz writing is very interesting, because this song is very, like, the way that it's worded, like I said, the wordsmithing, the writing capability in here is very emo, but specifically very Pete Wentz. I'm just very proud of Mingi and all of ATEEZ and how hard they've worked, and I genuinely hope that they're doing better now and that we don't have to hear a song in like 4 to 5 albums where they're like, yeah, I'm still struggling. Because I want nothing but the best for them, and I want them to be okay. Anyways, we have almost the last song. We have the last unit song, which is a Jungho solo song, which I think is so interesting because it's like, you have an even number of people, and if you have 4 solo songs, you could have just had 2 people in every song. But also, if I were any other member of ATEEZ, I would not want to be on a solo song with Jungho. I would not let him eat me up like that. I would simply be like, you have a solo spot, king. Good luck. I would not be on that song with him. So let's hear his incredible vocals and everything. I'm so excited for him to belt his heart out. Soleil! Sorry, there's some more beautiful instrumental. Beautiful cymbal crash. Wow. I knew it was going to be an incredible song because Jungho vocals never fucking miss. And I knew that they were going to give him like a classic ballad because that's where his voice really shines. But I think hearing this song live will kill me. It's such a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. A beautiful, like, sad breakup song. Like, you're my everything, and I can't believe you left me. Like, I'm so broken without you. It's just like a classic sad ballad. And Jungkook ate it the fuck up. His vocals are so good. His vocals are so good. I do worry about him having to sing this song live on a tour, because I feel like that's gonna be really hard on his vocals on top of every other crazy note that he has to sing in all of the group songs. Because that's the thing, I mentioned this when I went to go see ATEEZ like live, is that I feel like, and I'm no expert, but I feel like sometimes Jungkook is like really straining his voice to like hit those notes sometimes, and he has so many crazy notes to hit. It's not just like, oh, every couple songs. It's like every group song he has to hit a crazy note. So for him to give himself also these crazy notes in a solo song, I'm like, I hope that they have a great voice doctor on hand and that he's protecting his vocal cords, because I want him to be able to sing so beautifully for the rest of his career. But he pushes himself so hard in like terms of his singing and how powerful his vocals are every single time. And I think it's very impressive, but I also worry about him. So I think that the song is incredible, obviously. Is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised that Jungkook gave an incredible vocal performance? No, because that's what he does every single time. But I do think that like the multiple key changes in the song were a little crazy. He just sounds so beautiful. I just love listening to him sing. He's such a wonderful vocalist. And I think it's also just very fitting of Jungkook, because I feel like when you see like all the other members being like, ooh, we're gonna do a little scandalous fan service, Jungkook's like, absolutely not. I will be head to toe covered in clothes, thank you. And I'm like, I respect you for that, King. I respect you for that. So when there's other people doing songs like It's You, you have Jungkook being like, everything. I will sing the ballad to bring down the house. And I love that. I love it. I love Jungkook and I love his voice. Ah, he's so sweet. Like, dare I say the 4th gen vocalist? Because like, who else is singing like him in 4th gen? Like, there are some 2nd gen, 3rd gen people who I'm like, whoa, that's incredible. But like, 4th gen, who's singing like him? Who's singing like Jungkook? No. No one. He's incredible. But y'all, I cannot believe it. We've reached the fucking end of the album. We've reached the end of the album. We've reached Fin Will. And I could not find a lyric video for this, so I don't think that there are lyrics. I think it might be like an interlude, but we will find out. This song is so teen movie 3rd quarter. Like the protagonist is like running down the street in slow motion. It's very John Green. Wow, what a beautiful outro to this album. I think similar to Crescent Part 2, like what I was saying with that, they're really good at creating a soundscape of music to put you into a feeling, into a world, into an emotion. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand what this song's about. It's something, they're like giving you all these scenarios and they're like, what does emotion mean to you? Is it the new world? I don't get how those two ideas connect. Are they meaning that like when you open yourself up to pain and different feelings and different emotions that you open yourself up to a new world? Is that what they mean? I don't get it. That's okay. And I think this song being Fin, final, finale, Will is so interesting for them to end the album on this note. Like for an album and for an era to be known for such big moments, for them to end it with like something a lot more slower, a lot more pulled back, a lot more reserved is just so interesting. I don't know how to feel about this song. I like it. It's just, it's a lot more of like an outro interlude than it is like a song. I feel like this is a song that might be played like during a VCR, but I don't think this is a song that's gonna be like performed. It's very interesting, but I think it's a good end to not necessarily a complicated album, but an album that has a lot of different facets to it. I think ending it on like a pulling it in, pulling it back sort of note is very fitting, wraps it up very well. This is a great album. I'm not surprised, because ATEEZ does not disappoint, genuinely. They're incredible. This album is incredible. They once again have outdone themselves. Incredible big songs, incredible slow ballads. I think after like listening to some of the songs a little bit more, We Know is still one of my favorites. Of course, I love Crazy Form, but I also love Arriba. Arriba's really good. And out of this new section of songs, I think Dreamy Day is a really, really nice song. And I love all of the unit songs. I think all of the unit songs have very different, interesting qualities to it. Like, they're 4 completely different songs, but they're all very good. Like, MATZ is a very sort of high, up-tempo, in-your-face, like, rap song. It's You is like, I don't know, a song for the sluts and the whores. Like, it's very different. It's like a Pied Piper, Light a Flame, something in that category. Youth is like a much slower rap song that's a lot more introspective, a lot more wordy, and then obviously Jungho with his classic ballad. Like, they're 4 very different songs, 4 very different vibes, but they all do it so well, and I think that that's very incredible. Yeah, it's a great album. I don't know what you want me to say. I enjoyed this album. I enjoy ATEEZ and their music. I can't wait for them to go on tour because they have told us that they will be going on tour in 2024. It's such a slay. It's a slay, and for us to end not only this comeback season but this year with this album, I think is incredible. It does very much disappoint me though that like a bunch of the music shows are going off air for like the holidays or whatever, so ATEEZ only gets like 1 week of promotion, which I think is kind of fucked up. But hey, I will take it. I will take this album because it's great. It's a great album. They've done great work. I don't know. Like, when things are good, you can just be like, hey, they're good and I enjoyed it. And it doesn't need to be any more than that. But in theory, we have a couple more things that we can watch and that I will watch because I have not watched them leading up to this comeback because, again, I try to stay away from spoilers. We're going to watch the track preview and then we're going to watch the trailer. Vibes only. I like the title, I like the track previews because we know. What a good song. It just gives you a visual vibe of the songs. Slay, love the bosses. Jungho, I think, is the epitome of less is more. Is it just clips from the music video? They didn't even film a separate track preview? Boo. Oh, those are not extensions. That is something hanging off the back of his hat. Oh. That's not even all your songs. That's just the first 5 songs. Wait, hold on. That's not even all your songs. That is the first 5 songs. Where are the rest of the songs, my guy? But see, this is the instrumental. This is why I didn't want to see it, because it's just instrumental. Okay, never mind. That was boring. We're gonna watch the trailer, and then that's gonna be it. A martini? Jungho does not strike me as a martini boy. This shirt that Yeosang is wearing is literally insane. It's barely a shirt. Who is that? Who is the cloaked figure? Stressed. They look great. I really like the instrumentals for this trailer. The guitars? Look at Hongjoong! Ooh, he looks so good. Who's that? She literally didn't show up in the music video at all. Who is that? Boo. His smile, it just looks so wicked. Okay, cute, slay. I don't know. There are some trailers that I've seen for some albums that have really like, that one's cute. That was okay. The album, I think, outdoes the trailer, which is, I guess, ideal. But, y'all, that is it. That is it. That is it. That is it for the album. That is it for comeback season. That means after this, after I get all my ATEEZ albums, I can just be on a rest. I can just stop spending money and save up for the tours because I know that the tours are coming. And I know that they did this on purpose. That they put out all their albums at the same time so that I would drain my bank account so that I would be able to get good tickets to the concert, but they don't know the lengths I will go to do so. So, best believe when that 2024-2025 tour dates announce, when they come around, I'm gonna be there. Front row. I'm gonna be there. Same with the rest of it. TXT said in their concert that third world tour next year. And we know that 17 is literally already on a world tour. We're just waiting for them to announce the US dates. And we know BTS ain't doing shit because they literally just had their goodbye live like last night. So we have nothing to worry about or get excited for there. 6 months. 6 months without them. Ah! Also, Stray Kids haven't announced anything, but I know that they're also going to go on a tour. I know that they're coming back here, but what an exciting album, what an exciting comeback season. I'm so glad that we've gotten such great new music from a bunch of great artists. Obviously, I'm very biased. I don't know if ATEEZ is my favorite this comeback. I think it might be TXT, but I think ATEEZ has one of the stronger albums this comeback. When you think of it holistically, when you think of the album as a whole. We got so much good music in like just a couple months. I think it's crazy, and I don't know how I'm keeping up, but I did. And thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Let me know what your thoughts on the album are. Let me know what your favorite song is. I think my favorite song is We Know, or maybe it's Dreamy Night, or maybe it's Arriba, or maybe it's You, or maybe it's Everything. It could be any of those songs. I have to see them live to know for sure. Now that comeback season's over, it's going to be back to probably regularly scheduled videos. I'm going to eventually get that 17 video out, and probably a bunch of other like different artists and stuff. And the end of the year is coming soon, so we're gonna have to do like a wrap-up video for the end of the year soon, which is gonna be crazy. So much has happened this year. So much has happened this year. But anyways, hope you all are doing well. Once again, it is my birthday, so I hope that you are spending my birthday well, doing things that I would want to do, like eating good, spending money on things you love, resting, and indulging in your hobbies and in the things that you love, because that's all that I do. But I guess I will see you all when ATEEZ inevitably comes here next year on their tour, and they inevitably kill me with some of these performances. There's somebody who is listed as the composer named Pepperoni. I love that name.